Alright, so now we're in this time, I call it Black Man season. Time when black people all over the world feel it in themselves, especially in Jamaica. One time for change, one time for revolution, one time for greatness. You start feel it in yourselves them, like your body are communicated to you. So when me I feel this, me I say, whoa, there's so much things need to be done. Me see a lot of opportunity and me I capitalize on it. However, I start because I'm a very hyper intelligent individual. I choose to study. I study a lot. So you have to always study things in a history to learn from the mistakes and the successes from the past, right? So me take it upon myself to start study black revolutions. You know, things that take place, different people, like the Black Panthers, different individuals that come up, different countries, political parties, will come up after a while, and how them end up play out, like what happened to them, because everything have a season before. And I learned this, and it was really shocking, that, you know, throughout the history, there's been a lot of black parties, a lot of black revolutions, but they mostly end up fail. Like they mostly end up fail, they never go long term, right? And we realize certain patterns, like 7 patterns that exist in every black revolution, every black movement, will always just cause them to end up getting knocked in at the end. And me here to explain to you so you can see it for yourself, and then we can make a conscious effort to avoid it. Anytime you see it show up, you say, oh, this go lead to a failure. So one of the first patterns where we look upon, where you identify in every black revolution, is the bubble mentality or isolation mindset, right? And I'm going to go explain this to you. I'm going to show you up here. I say, Jay, what is the bubble mentality? I'm going to explain this, right? When them get the fever, right, then get the feeling, the spirit, we tell them, say, all right, a full time we come together now as black people, come together and work together, and we go bring across change, this and that. Them kind of start, don't trust nobody else, which, fair point, you know, the system and other people when they oppress you, but because of that, they start get isolation. They must say, oh, black-owned businesses only support black-owned businesses with just black community, and then get narrow-minded and then cut off external support. So what end up happening to them all the time? This happened in the Black Panther, this happened in the Democratic Republic of Congo when with Thomas Sankara, with them, that are with Patrice Lumumba, all them type of people. Them always do this. They always do this. They get isolated. They cut off all of the other people, all of the strength, but they can't get for anybody else, and then just say, oh, this are we just go deep by ourselves, right? And that are the isolation mentality. I'm sure you appreciate it. Stay isolated, it don't good for you. Right, so isolation mindset, right? The isolation mindset kick in, right? May I tell you, you can research these ones: Black Panther, the Thomas Sankara, all them type of people doing a Burkina Faso, all them I see a mentality. They just a black power. We go do it by ourselves, but then they end up getting knocked when people attack them because they never have allies. That I think they don't create allies. Isolation mentality, they don't have allies. Equal no allies. They don't have no allies. Them just do it themselves, right? So this is our next thing too. This is our next powerful thing we always pop up in this black revolution. They have no institutional power. May I show you a prayer. You see, now this is a system. The power really go by the institution. Government is an institution. Schools are institutions. And for example, bank are a big time institution. They don't have that. They don't create institutional power, so none of them not own a bank. There's no black revolution where get up and say, all right, we're going to create one bank. All them never create no banks, right? Them just always, oh, we go put together with money, but they don't create a bank. They don't have institutional power. So them brave, they might do things, they might come together, but they never create institutions. They never use the institutions to their advantage. They just do things by themselves. So therefore, because they don't have institutional power, they don't have legal protection. They don't have institutional protection. That's the thing right there. So I'm going to show you no institutional power that go lead to no legal protection. They have no legal protection, right? So may I show you a proof. Every black revolution where we start out, them not have no institutional power. Then get up, they just do it by themselves, then brave because they don't trust the institution, they don't trust the system. So therefore they now go for the power, so they have no legal protection. So they can easily claim every institution like the government, they can always identify them as terrorist group. Because they're not an institution. You can't identify one bank as a terrorist group, but you can identify a bunch of people that come together pour money and say then go use this for terrorism. Right? You see different, they don't have legal protection, right? So easy for just capitalize on them. And then the next thing too, These are the biggest world down part. Every revolutionist. This world down Thomas Sankara, this world down Patrice Lumumba, Fred Hampton, all them type of man with the Black Panther movie, all them type of people in every scene. Them go too loud, too early. You understand me? Then come out of the gate and then just tell people, them say, yo, this a Babylon system, we just cut with the oppression. Right? I tell you, say it's very, very dangerous. Perfect example of Patrice Lumumba. He become the Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo, right? And when he become Prime Minister, probably within the week, the King of Belgium, because DRC was a colony of Belgium, when the King of Belgium come in, this man just brawling in front of the king, just say, yo, Belgium, that I want come, them are oppressors, this and that, and we don't want nothing to do with them. You see, within 3 months, him get assassinated. Within 3 months, that Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba, get assassinated. Why? Because he got too loud, too early. The man him never even control the army yet. Him never control the army yet. Belgium they controlling army. So therefore, he got too loud, too early. And that's the biggest world down part. All of them. Every black revolution, they come out of the gate. Yo, them just a telesystem say, yo man, we are go kick out this, kick out and that. And by the time they look, boom, they dead. Them always get assassinated. Why? Because they're too low, too early. You have to learn. It's like patient man ride donkey, and you have to learn to be quiet and be silent. You have to move in a secret. So, next thing too. Too loud, too early, and that causes them to have no element of surprise. No element of surprise, right? So, if you right now, you have your little black revolution, I'm sure you agree, right? You have to learn to keep quiet, learn to top it nice, you understand me? You have to learn to play by the rule book. You see, you have to look like your system. When I'm bridging them and they show me this a prayer, right? You might tell me, say, yo, Putin, you see how Putin do it? Putin, when you may stay calm, you may make it look like, say, I'm one of them, until therefore you get the power and you just start kick out everybody. You understand me? I say you have to do it more while. You have to be patient. You have to have patient man ride donkey. When they get the power, when they have the authority, when they're in a secure position, then they can start making loud moves and you take them by surprise. A lot of people don't realize this play, right? So that's the most important thing. Now the next thing too, it become dependent upon one man. You see all the movements are only like some one man movement. For example, the Black Panther movement in our Chicago, like when they have that chapter there, it went very dependent upon Fred as a chairman, right? And when him gets shut up by the FBI because they will label them as some form of terrorist organization because they never have no institutional power, right? Then it just fall apart after that. You become hyper dependent upon one man, right? If you have one system where hyper dependent upon one individual, the moment they can kill the head, everything fall apart. The moment they kill Thomas Sankara, the entire Burkina Faso fall back into that, that world down state, a coup after coup after coup, right? All the movement, all the potential, all of the work get undone when they just focus on one man. One man are the prime example of everything. Even when you come out to Marcus Garvey movement, after Marcus Garvey went dead, everything just fall apart. Everything fall apart because the black, like when you come out to black revolutions, them always just have this one man mentality, like a savior complex, because black people so religious. You understand me? So then all of this messianic savior complex, everybody just a focus on one man, and then have one system. So when him dead, cause them usually kill them. When him dead, they just fall apart. The movement just fall apart. So them have to de-link from the one man mentality. So that's our next world down, right? Should I write this in a block? But this they have the one man save us mentality. One man save us. Save us. That's our next mentality. And when the one man is dead, everything stops. Everything stop. Right? And that can't work. You have to build a system, right? And this me think are the most important one. Them always get wrong. Every black revolution get this wrong. They have no narrative control. They don't own no media. You understand? Let me show you the most powerful tool that exists right now in the world is not a nuclear bomb, but it's the media, it's the ability. You see TikTok, Instagram, news, BBC, CNN, they're the most powerful weapon ever, That are the most powerful thing, because if you get the world to stop do everything, if you get the world to stop moving, the first thing you have to do is convince the people, say they have the best interest at heart. And the news they use and control the people, you know. The news they use for COVID. And news are one of the biggest weapon. And never the physical force, even the government, even the soldiers that enforce the laws of the Babylon system. What? I believe them believe the same thing when they watch on the news. And the media. So guess what go on? You see where all these black revolutions, they never have no media control. They never have a radio station for themselves. They never own like a TV broadcasting network, a news media for themselves. They never own these stuff. Right? They, they utilize them, but they never own them. So the moment the system flag them as being terrorist group or some form of, you know, like they give them these bad labels, then can just execute them. When they look upon how, for example, like we use the example of that guy, what's his name again? That Virgin there. From Saddam Gaddafi or Saddam Hussein. The moment they just use the media and say, alright, cool, like them are people are terrorists, them people are fun warfare, like them are do these things, then can simply execute them. If you don't own the media, you don't have a voice. You understand me? So you have to always ensure so you own the media. So every black revolution, they now own the media and therefore they now have no voice. So they can simply and easily be controlled and manipulated. Right? And then when they cut them off, they can kill them and they can paint the narrative because you give your enemy the control. So every black revolution, they have no news media. They don't own no news media. Then we just borrow people page. Like right now, me I borrow TikTok or Instagram page, right? So you know, so the next thing, the Book of the Essence have to have their own TV station. We have to get our own radio station. You understand? We have to own with media. So that's hyper important. So a next thing too, with black revolutions, right? You have to first of all have discipline. You see, you see if you don't cover your blind spots, I'm gonna show you a big thing. There's a saying, say, two things they use to destroy every man. Right? Woman and money. Woman and money are two things they use to destroy every man. I see because a lot of these leaders end up don't. You know the biggest example of this? I'm sure the biggest example of this. Our Andrew Tate. That man the biggest example of that. They couldn't catch Andrew Tate, you know, because he have the money already. And everything when we say, they couldn't cancel him about it because everybody when they resonate with it. However, our woman, like you see, they put up the sexual assault allegation upon him, and then just like that, you know, then go to jail and then use it. They use that narrative to just spread it around the world to say, oh, sexual assault. They just use it, then just use the accusation as that's all. So the moment you lack discipline, you now cover your blind side, they can use that as a vulnerability. They only need one story they need to sell to the audience, you know, and they can do it. So you have to learn, so you have to have serious discipline. Every black revolutionist needs serious discipline, because if you lack discipline, then the system go use it against you. So you have to always depend on point. So you have to get self-discipline, right? Self-discipline. You have to double down on that discipline, right? And then this even touch on something I may explain earlier, but economics. I may show you. You need economic engine. You see. You need funding on a serious level. Every revolution needs funding, and you need to have sovereignty over your money. That's why you also go to connections, right? So you have to own banks. You can't borrow a man money. You can't use a man bank. You have to own the bank, because guess what? When the system will attack you, they can simply freeze your assets. They can just freeze your money. But me show you a pre say, yo, me just make a simple crypto transaction, and then they flag my card. Just like that, and they can freeze the account. You understand me? And you have to go to them. That's how much control they have. So if you borrow a next man's infrastructure rather than having your own economic infrastructure, you're at their disposal. Yes, it's great for your black-owned businesses, but you have to have black-owned institutions like banks. Because if all of the businesses they put their money in the white man bank, or the Chinaman bank, or the Babylon bank, guess what go on? When the Babylon system attack, the Babylon system can control the money, and then all of those businesses get knocked. So you have to go economic sovereignty. You have to look for economic. That's a perfect word. Economic sovereignty. You have to get economic sovereignty, right? So the first thing you see in Jamaica, you have pre the black one. You have pre if you have one institution. I'm sure you have pre. You have to pre to get a deposit taking institution. Go BOJ, you have to get your license from to get that done. You understand? You can't even partner with somebody for lease their license same way. So a lot of things like that you have to research, because it's very important to have economic sovereignty in this battle. Because it's in a black man season right now, you know, we feel it in our cells. We know it's a full time to rise up. So you have to get smart, you have to study these things, study these people. You have people like, you can see the mistakes of the Black Panther, you can see mistakes for Sakara. They do a lot, them do things right now. Let me tell you, all these men were brave men. And very, very brave. But guess what? They never strategic in their thinking. And that's how in a big world down. So most of the black man who are listening to my voice, who are listening to me right now, when you're brave, you're ready to go to war, you're ready for dead for what you believe in. But I want to get strategic. I want to think. You understand me? So that's hyper important. So apply this principle, study it for yourself, and take some action. Because we season.